the July 16th episode. They are playing us. Ladies, every single breadcrumb they drop today is leading to a massive, explosive conspiracy revolving around that missing WSB black box and Willow's outrageous list of crimes. I am shaking just thinking about what is coming. Are we honestly supposed to believe that Anna is just losing her mind? Or that Michael is just going to walk away quietly? No. The writers are setting up a heart-wrenching betrayal, and the disrespect to the fans would be monumental if they do not deliver on this. Grab your tea, my friends, because I am losing my mind over this, and we need to tear this episode apart piece by piece. Am I the only one losing my mind over this Anna situation? The writers have been pushing this narrative that Anna is hallucinating Peter August, that she is losing her grip on reality, and that her paranoia is destroying her. But I am not buying it for one single second. To reduce Anna Devane, one of the greatest spies in the history of television, to a paranoid mess is ruining the character arc that we have loved for 30 years. I refuse to believe she is lying and sneaking around for her own personal gain. No. Anna has discovered a truth so incredibly dangerous that she is forced to lie to the people she loves the most. She has realized that the WSB is being manipulated from the inside. There is a high-level executive, shadow figure, who is orchestrating this entire nightmare, and Anna is the only one who sees the strings being pulled. She is playing a dangerous game of chess, and she knows that if she tells the truth, people will die. This brings me to that incredibly tense hospital visit. When Anna walked into Jocelyn's hospital room and asked for help to get to the finish line, everybody assumed she was talking about deciphering that cryptic message on the Windermere cell wall. Wrong. There was a test. Anna is testing Jocelyn to see where her true loyalties lie. She needs to know if Jocelyn is still completely loyal to the WSB, or if she has finally broken free from their toxic grip. Anna knows that the agency is compromised, and she cannot trust anyone, not even John Oliver's mysterious Z character. She is probing Jocelyn, trying to figure out if this young woman is a pawn of the corrupt WSB or an ally who can help her expose the rot from the inside out. The tension in that room was palpable, and if you were not paying close attention, you missed the absolute brilliance of Anna's covert interrogation. And let us talk about the shocking secret Jocelyn is preparing to reveal. The spoilers hint that this secret could change lives in Port Charles forever. I am telling you, right now, this secret has absolutely nothing to do with Jocelyn's personal life. It is not about her romance, and it is not about her being shot. Jocelyn has figured out the true contents of Jack Brennan's missing black box. She knows that this box does not just contain Brennan's personal blackmail material. It holds the entire list of WSB collaborators. We are talking about a comprehensive, undeniable digital paper trail of every single person who has ever done the WSB's dirty work. And you know exactly whose names are on that list. Drew Kane and Willow Kane. If this secret gets out, it will not just be a scandal. It will be the absolute destruction of Port Charles as we know it. Can you even imagine the fallout if that black box is open to the public? So many prominent families in Port Charles would lose everything overnight. The sheer magnitude of this heart-wrenching betrayal is staggering. Willow has been parading around town playing the saintly congresswoman, judging everyone else while her hands are completely covered in dirt. The outrageous writing surrounding Willow's hypocrisy has driven me insane for months. But finally, it seems like the writers are preparing to drop the hammer on her. That black box contains the definitive proof of her crimes, her manipulations, and her complicity with Drew's dark WSB connections. Jocelyn holds the key to blowing the lid off this entire town, and I am sitting here practically screaming at my screen for her to just spill the beans and let the chips fall where they may. Now, we have to pivot to this terrifying medical emergency with Portia. She goes into a difficult premature labor right after a heated confrontation, screaming that the baby is coming and terrified she will have to deliver alone. But this is not just about a dramatic birth scene, ladies. This emergency is going to serve as the perfect cover for a much darker conspiracy. Curtis is going to be frantic, and in his absolute desperation, he is going to turn to the one man who recently saved his life, Valentine Cassadine. Curtis already asked Valentine for a favor after the car crash, but I am convinced this is going to escalate. Curtis is going to beg Valentine not just to help Portia, but to secretly protect this newborn baby. Why? because Curtis is starting to connect the dots. Curtis is a brilliant investigator, and he is going to realize that someone is using the chaos at General Hospital to their advantage. I strongly believe Curtis suspects that a shadow operative is infiltrating the hospital to steal medical records and DNA samples from prominent families. Think about it. Ava is already plotting to steal a DNA sample from baby Phoebe to expose Ethan's lies. The hospital security is a complete joke. Curtis knows that in the midst of Portia's chaotic delivery, their vulnerable newborn could be targeted by whoever is trying to harvest genetic material for the WSB's twisted experiments. He trusts Valentine's ruthless protective instincts. Valentine is the only one with the resources and the cunning to stand guard and ensure that no one touches that baby or their medical files. This is a masterstroke of storytelling if they actually pull it off. Meanwhile, we have Nina and Jack Brennan desperately scouring Windermere for this elusive black box. They are growing closer, and the writers are clearly pushing them toward a romance. But their motivations for finding this box could not be more completely opposite. Brennan is terrified. He wants to find that box of Barry's WSB pass and protect his own skin from Ross Cullum's associates. But Nina? Nina is on a warpath. She wants that box because she believes it contains the smoking gun that will completely destroy Drew and Willow. Nina is blinded by her desperate need to protect her daughter, even if her daughter hates her. She thinks she is going to be the hero who saves Willow from Drew's control, but she has no idea what she is actually walking into. Here's the massive twist that is going to leave both Nina and Brennan completely devastated. They are too late. I am calling it right now. They can tear Windermere apart brick by brick, but they are never going to find that black box because someone else already beat them to it. And who has the stealth, the resources, and the absolute ruthlessness to pull off a heist like that? Michael Corinthos. Michael has been playing the quiet, supportive ex-husband routine for far too long, and it has been driving me absolutely crazy. But Michael is a quartermain and a Corinthos. He does not just sit back and let people walk all over him. He has been operating in the shadows, and he has already secured that black box. This brings us to the most chilling, spine-tingling moment of the entire week, Michael's tense confrontation with Willow. When Michael looks at her like a deer caught in headlights and says, "We both know he gave you exactly what you wanted," I literally gasped out loud. I am utterly speechless. Everyone thinks he is talking about Harrison Chase or some petty romantic jealousy. No, he is talking about Drew. Michael is telling Willow that Drew Kane gave her the exact rope she needed to hang herself. Drew's miraculous recovery and his shadowy WSB connections provided Willow with the perfect opportunity to commit her worst crimes, and Michael knows everything. He's been watching her every move. Michael is no longer interested in petty arguments. He is not going to fight Willow in family court for custody of the kids. That is child's play. Michael has been meticulously compiling a massive, undeniable dossier of every single illegal, immoral, and corrupt thing Willow has done over the past several months. He has the black box data. He has the GPS evidence. He has the financial records. He has it all. He is just sitting there, watching her play the saintly congresswoman, waiting for the absolute perfect moment to drop the guillotine on her carefully constructed life. This is the Michael we have been waiting for. The cold, calculating mastermind who will destroy anyone who threatens his family. And where is Carly in all of this? She is currently wasting her time screaming at Britt Westbourne at the Metro Court over an apartment. The sheer audacity of this argument is ridiculous, but it is a classic soap opera distraction. Carly is telling Britt to stop acting entitled, but this petty feud is going to pivot into something so much bigger. Carly is incredibly observant. While she is arguing with Britt, she is going to notice the new surgeon, Doctor Tristan Roberts. Tristan just debuted, and he is already making enemies, but I do not believe he is just a simple doctor. There is something incredibly sinister about this man. I am absolutely convinced that Carly is going to figure out that Tristan Roberts is not in Port Charles to save lives. He is a covert operative, possibly tied to the mysterious Executive Hudson or the corrupt faction of the WSB. Carly's going to realize that Tristan is deliberately targeting people who are connected to the missing black box. He is snooping around the hospital, getting close to Britt, and trying to gather intel. Once Carly connects the dots, she is going to drop her feud with Britt instantly. Carly is going to turn all of her fierce, protective mother bear energy toward investigating Tristan, and she is going to corner him. Can you imagine the sheer power of Carly and Michael teaming up? When Carly realizes that Tristan is hunting for the same evidence that Michael already possesses, she is going to become Michael's ultimate ally. Carly will ruthlessly target Tristan Roberts, pushing him to the brink until she forces a full confession out of him. She will use Tristan as the pawn to expose the entire WSB conspiracy, while Michael uses the black box to completely dismantle Willow. This is the kind of high-stakes, family-driven drama that made General Hospital legendary. It is not just about romance, it is about survival, power, and absolute destruction. So, if you think this episode was just a bunch of people bickering in hospital hallways, you need to wake up. This is the beginning of the end for so many characters. The walls are closing in, the trap has been set, and the executioner is ready. The person who should be the most terrified right now is not Anna Devane, and it is certainly not Jack Brennan. It is Willow Kane! Her entire saintly facade is about to be violently ripped away. Every single lie, every single manipulation, and every single crime is about to be broadcast for the entire town to see. I cannot wait to see her face when she realizes she has lost absolutely everything. This is going to be the most epic downfall in soap history, and I am here for every single second of it. Let me know in the comments if you guys see this massive storm coming, because I am losing my mind.